These are Apple's two latest iPhone 15 non-Pro models. This is iPhone 15. This is iPhone 15 Plus, and as you can see, Apple has added the dynamic island in the display in both the phones, and both the phones come with 48 megapixel of camera, a massive upgrade from the iPhone 14's 12 megapixel shooter. And iPhone 15 series will be available in pink, yellow, green, and white, and black. And along with that, this is the first time that Apple has added USB-C port charging, removing the lightning port for the charging, and this can also allow users to charge their AirPod case directly through the Apple's iPhone.
So this is the new iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus. All new design, just looks gorgeous, and it feels completely new as well. We have this beautiful back glass. It's color infused with metallic ions, so you get the color, from the foundation up throughout the entire glass. Beautiful contoured edges, USB-C port, and now we have dynamic island. So it's really popular on iPhone 14 Pro. We brought it across the entire iPhone lineup. So developers are really embracing dynamic island. So you can do things like track your flight in Flighty, tap on it without leaving what I'm doing, get up-to-date information, and then it also appears on my lock screen as a live activity. And of course, there's some really exciting updates to the camera. So there's a new 24 megapixel default image size. So smartphone camera, typically you're using all the individual pictures to optimize for resolution, or you can group the pixels together to optimize for light capture. We had a breakthrough with computational photography that allows us to do both on iPhone. So this is an industry first. So what that means is you get incredible details in your photos and just incredible exposure, on our subject and our background and on clothing. There's also updates to Smart HDR, so even more dynamic range and incredible detail, even in lower light. You can see you get details still in the low lights and the highlights, details in his hair. And then you can also shoot 48 megapixel images as well. So this photo here, I love zooming into the mountains and seeing the details there. Coming down to hikers, hiking on the trail. So this is great, if you're shooting out on a bright sunny day, shooting landscape or big areas, you shoot 48 megapixel. And so we have, of course, our ultra-wide camera and our main camera. You can also get a 2x optical zoom using the main camera because it's got that new 48 megapixel sensor. So it's like having a third camera on your system. It's great. And then the next big update is in portraits. So you can make any photo a portrait photo as long as there's a subject in the frame, like a person or a cat or a dog. So you can see this is actually a live photo, but when you're looking at it, it's in portrait mode. You still get that incredible, super high resolution detail in the photo. And then the last thing is you have depth control, to adjust the bokeh on your photos, but now you also have focus control, so you can map your focus in your photos with multiple subjects. So it gives you even more options after you take a photo to edit it how you like.
So I have double tap here on my watch. If I just take my index and thumb finger and I tap, you can see it brings up the smart stack in watchOS 10. I can tap to keep going through it. You'll see there's a blip at the top, and you also get this haptic vibration so you know that something's happening. But this works as the primary action in most apps. So for instance, if I'm running, say, a 5-second timer and I'm cooking, I don't have my other hands free. When the timer's up, I can acknowledge that if I just double tap it. You can see it ends there. And again, it works in most apps, So for instance, if I'm out hiking, I can double tap to switch between the terrain view and the regular view. You can use it to answer calls. You can do the camera remote. You can even start dictation in a text message.
What do you think about the new iPhone launches and the launch of the Watch Series 9?
I think the overall launch is significant for Apple, considering they have upgraded the iPhone 15 lineup with 40 megapixel camera, which was earlier 12 megapixel. The camera improvements and the A16 Bionic are the two key features to drive the iPhone 15 baseline. When it comes to the Pro, it is significant improvement in the Apple Silicon with Apple 17 Pro Silicon, which has one of the best GPUs, which is built ground up now supporting ray tracing as well. It's a powerhouse for gamers as well as powering the ProMotion display, and also it has a neural engine overall, the Apple Silicon, which is powering up to 35 trillion operations per second. I think that will drive a lot of newer use cases. And when you add on top of it the camera, which can also shoot telephoto zoom at the same time, also can shoot spatial videos, which connects it tightly with the Apple Vision Pro, which is coming up next year.
How do you look at the India prospects? Because the iPhone 15 models will be made in India since the beginning of the launch. So what do you have to say on that?
I think that is a significant step again for Apple to have Apple 15 manufactured in India and available at the launch, which means Apple is streamlining its supply chain in India and has full confidence with respect to the security, privacy aspects of the entire operation, right? And also the capability in terms of its suppliers to manufacture the leading edge iPhone 15 right off the bat. So it's a significant milestone, and it chimes very well with the growth which Apple has been seeing in last couple of years in terms of Indian market going with respect to the entire premiumization mode right now. So Apple has significant opportunity to capture the premium market share. The new iPhone 15 will be launched in India right off the bat and manufactured locally, which will reduce the overall duty structure for Apple. And Apple could pass on that savings onto the consumer in the next festive season.